Welcome back, everyone, to The Pulse, brought to you by DeMarco's Italian Restaurant in downtown Rochester, back open and ready to roll. Can't wait to get back to DeMarco's in downtown Rochester. And right now, we're joined from the Oakland baseball team that's having a pretty good run to start the season. We're joined by Bryce Kontizer. He's a pitcher on the team, picked up a win over Longwood on the road. And Bryce, certainly do appreciate your time. And look, we all know, we look outside, we see the weather is what it is. As a pitcher, I think that there's a lot of misconceptions. Everyone thinks that you guys have the edge when the weather's cold, but actually it's the opposite. How were you able to piece things together and get that big win?
For me, it's kind of just getting ahead in the count early, get my fastball over the plate, and then see what my off speed can do. I mean, sometimes in the cold, you get your hand, you can't really feel the ball. I mean, I didn't really have that too much. I mean, I'm from Wisconsin, so I'm kind of used to the cold weather. So I kind of like pitching in the cold, but I mean, my off-speed stuff, it wasn't really there early on, but later in the game, just battled through it and threw for strikes late in the game, which was good.
And we just wrapped up a conversation we had with head coach Jordan Banfield, and he said you were a bit fired up, man, touching the low 90s on the gun. That certainly was a little bit out of your usual zone to where you go. You had the juice that day. Why is that? Why were you bringing that extra heat?
I think it mainly came from the game before on Saturday night. Lost on a walk-off, got a little chippy at the end. Like, I just wanted to go out. I didn't want to lose a game. I'm here to win, and I think that goes for everybody else on the team too. I wanted to win, and I think beating Longwood after it got chippy kind of meant a little bit more to us. So.
Yeah, it always does. It always gets the emotions running high. But, as you look at this baseball team, Bryce, and what you guys have been able to do, and you talk about you're about winning baseball games, and you guys certainly have done that so far this year. I think this team's shown that it can be very adaptable. And when I say that, I mean you guys have won games in different styles. You guys have pitched well to win baseball games like you did. You guys have hit the ball well. You lead the nation in triples as well. I mean, you guys are very versatile. Is that fair?
Yeah, I would say it's a very fair statement. I mean, we have pretty much 15 guys, position player-wise, that can go in the game at any time and get the job done. And I think that's our biggest factor in winning ball games so far. Like, our pitching staff has been unreal too. I think we have a sub-2 ERA, which that's really good for early on, because I think we all kind of thought as a team like that would be our rough patch, kind of uncertain on it, and we've pitched the ball really well. And if our hitting can keep it up, I think we'll have a really good year.
Yeah, absolutely. The numbers have been impressive. Certainly that your pitching staff has put up, and as I talked about, leading the nation in triples as well. Do you feel as though you guys are just scratching the surface as well? Because Coach Banfield told me, he said, to be fair, we've only played really one complete baseball game with that win at Middle Tennessee State, and he said we're still looking to put together really our best 9 innings of the season. That's got to get you excited in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does. And I think every game so far we've had an error. And a little bit at the end, sometimes everybody kind of gets out of the game a little bit. But if we lock it in for 9 innings, I think we could beat anybody in the country. I really do. Because top to bottom, our team is very, very good.
Bryce, bringing the juice. I certainly do appreciate your time. Thanks for catching up with us, and continued success, my friend.
Yeah, thanks for having me.